That's right. That's right. Hold Me Down. That's my girl, Janae Music. Shout out to her and all her efforts of she's gonna be big one day. I'm telling you, I really really enjoy her and her music. She's got great energy on the stage and everything. You're tuned in right now to the GoWIN Radio Show right here on GoGo Radio Live, Win DC Radio, all wrapped up in GoWin.media, coming to you live from the shops at Iverson. And today is the day. Not only is it election day, your chance for you to make a change in the situation that you may be complaining about. But today, I feel like I hit the lottery. I feel like I hit the Mega Million lottery. Do you really know why? Let me tell you why. For quite a few years now, I have been aspiring to get our guest on the air. And for whatever reason, things happen. People's schedules, everything happens. I mean, we are in the entertainment industry. And just people, it's just hard to catch up with them sometimes. But you know what? I have finally caught up with this young queen right here. And it is truly a blessing. She has been out and about. If anybody has an excuse, she definitely has, because she be moving. And I'm talking about Miss Ari O'Neal. Matter of fact, can I ask you, is it all right to call her Ariel or Ari? Which one do you prefer?
It's Ari.
Ari?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? I'm so glad my co-hostess is not here. She will burn me up.
Nah, you good.
She will burn me up because I'm always butchering somebody's name. Like we had a guest in here from Japan.
Nice.
At Miss Nao Yoshioka.
Oh yeah, she's dope.
Oh, you know? Oh, okay, you know her. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, yes. And so I had spent some time in Japan myself. So
nice.
I was talking to her, and I was just butchering her name because I've been gone from Japan. I haven't been in Japan since '91. So once you've been gone for a while, you kind of lose it.
Yeah.
You know, speaking it. So I used to be fluent with it back in the day. So I'm just tearing her name up like shreds of paper.
Oh no.
Yes, and I'm feeling terrible over here. So her manager, he's sitting over there, he's laughing at me, but I'm feeling like my co-host is Miss Lady. She's burning me up.
Oh,
she's
man.
burning me up. So, but you know what? She's not here, so I'm a rock and roll with this. Hey, look, young lady, thank you so much.
Of course.
More so, thank you to your sister for really facilitating this. She's a queen
Shout out
as
to
well.
Name.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. So, look, young lady, what's been up with you? I mean, the best thing when she sent me your bio, the best thing I felt so good about is you. When we say local, you local.
Yeah.
Like you from right down the street.
For real. Yeah.
Temple Hills resident.
Mm-hmm.
So, what school did you go to?
I was homeschooled, so.
Okay.
I was homeschooled for I went to 2nd and 3rd grade. I was homeschooled all of high school, middle school, all that. Graduated when I was 15. And then I went to Prince George's Community College. And after that, I went to University of Maryland. Got both of my degrees, so yeah.
Wow. University of Maryland, University of Maryland College Park.
College Park, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's where I went, University of Maryland College
Go
Park.
Terps.
Yeah, you already know what it is. So being local, I'm sure what the great thing about it for you, and I want to inspire some parents that are out there, if you see that your child has a talent, go all the way in with them, you know, because you never know where it's going to lead them.
Yeah.
And as long as you have good intentions, and as I'm sure your parents obviously did.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what was it like? I mean, they're not here to answer for us, but I mean, for them, when they saw that you had a passion at such an early age?
Well, I have 8 siblings, so it was 9 kids in the house. Same mother, same father.
What?
Yeah, they've been married for almost 26, 27 years, something like that.
Wow.
So they've been married for a long time. And with all of us, it didn't matter, like, what we chose to do. So we used to do taekwondo. We all golf. Really? My brothers, they used to play drums. Like, we have my younger sister plays bass. And
How many brothers? How many sisters?
I have 5 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm the second oldest.
Wow, you're the
Yeah.
second oldest.
Yeah, so the
Wow.
last 2, they're twins, August and Ava.
They still in the house?
Yeah, they still in the house.
Your parents like, come on.
I know. My dad said when we all finally move out, he's gonna have a marching band going down the street celebrating.
And I believe it. I believe it. And all he gotta do is bring the kids.
I know, right?
That'd be the band.
That's
right
the whole
there.
band. But it didn't matter what we chose to do between my father, just working and whatever we did, he financed it. My mother, as long as we stuck to it, she wouldn't allow us to quit anything. And if we wanted to do something, she would just go with it. Like, I remember there was one time I told her, I want to be president. She said, okay, well, your president is going to have to know how to read and write.
That's
and
right.
they're articulate, and they're going to have to know foreign policy. So what you need to do is, it's like it was
Broke it all the way down for
it
you,
was
huh?
nothing that we couldn't do in her eyes. And my father was just like, okay, and he would just pay for it.
That is so beautiful. I mean, I guess what's so inspiring about that is, for me, I love to hear black families talking like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna say this is few and far in between. You just don't see it as often as you would like to see it.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing for you. What was the age that you decided, you know what, this beauty right here, and I'm talking about the guitar. For those of you not watching, if you're not tuned into the WIN DC Radio Facebook page or our app, you are missing a treat right here, because we have a young queen right here that has taken not only this town by storm, but this whole. Oh, you done traveled the world lately, so you've been all over the news and everything. But anyway, back to you. When was the age when you decided the guitar is going to be your claim to fame?
I was 10, and it was actually kind of a happy accident. Because I started on piano first. My grandmother, so my mom's mom, plays piano. And she, would play in church, and she could really, really sing beautifully, classically trained. And my grandfather, he loved to dance. So we used to stay with them for a little while. And we were just always surrounded by music. So I started on piano, and then I wanted to play cello because we always heard classical music. So I thought I was going to play cello, but when we went to the Music and Arts Center, they didn't have one. So instead of playing cello, my older sister was already playing guitar. So I decided to do that because I heard Pick Up the Pieces.
Adriana?
Yeah, she used to play guitar.
What?
She stayed for like 2 weeks and was like, nah, this is not it, fam. This is not it. But I heard Pick Up the Pieces by the Average White Band, and I heard the rhythm guitar, and I was like, I want to do that. So after she started, I started, and I just stuck with it.
Wow. So at the end of the day, your sister was your inspiration.
Yeah, she started it.
That is great. That is great. So from then on, you've been on a mission to master your instrument, as they say.
Yeah.
And for those of y'all tuned in, I mean, that's anything in life. I don't care whether it's a guitar or whether it be in the music field or you working, if you're an auto mechanic, whatever the case may be, make it a point to master what you're trying to do. And then that will take you in any direction you want to go in. And that's what makes me so proud to sit back and watch the work that you've put in over the years. And what's crazy about it, I feel like I've watched you grow up over the years. They call me the old man here, so don't feel But no, seriously, ever since, because how old were you when you first went to Belladonna?
I was 21.
Okay, so you just old enough to get into clubs.
Yes,
right.
I just missed it. And there were a lot of shows that started playing in like clubs and stuff when I was about 14, 15. So it was nice when I got in Belladonna. I don't have to sneak in and find reasons or find ways to get in through the back or something. So it just made it when I got to Belladonna.
So we had talked to, we had Cherie here about a couple months ago.
Nice.
And we asked her, and I asked her directly about you. I said, how is it that you found such a talent in her? She was kind of abrupt because, I mean, we had other people here.
Yeah.
So how was it that did they catch up with you, or did you seek them out, or how did that work?
Well, for a long time, I knew who Belladonna was, and even as a teenager, I was just so in awe, over Cherie's talent and just all the women in the band. Like, it was all women, and I saw clips on YouTube, and I could never go to the shows. Just, I'm a teenager.
Right.
But it was, I had big goals, like I want to play for Prince and all this kind of stuff, but a more immediate goal for me was I want to be in this band. I have to be in this band. So my guitar teacher, Walter Cosby, actually knew her. And, he plays bass, amazing bass player. He plays.
He's local, right?
Yeah, he's local too.
I know the name, yeah.
And he plays at the fish market, and
that's
where I first started.
Right.
So he would just show me the videos. He put us in contact with each other, and it was kind of hard to get her because she was always working too.
Right.
And they had another girl playing, Jenny. Jenny was
Jenny Jam.
Yeah, she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened where she had to leave, and they needed another guitar player. So I guess she remembered me, and she messaged me like, hey, do you want to just sit in? We're going to audition some singers, So I was like, cool. So I sat in, playing in the band so they could audition singers. And they're like, oh, well, do you want to do a show? And I ended up doing the show. And then they were like, okay, well, do you want to play weekly? I said, oh, of course, yeah.
What was your first show?
It was, it's on Glendale Road. Half No Lounge.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
That was my first show.
Wow.
It was so much fun. I was so nervous.
Was that the first major band that you had played with, or you played with others prior to Belladonna?
So I played with other bands. Like, I was playing in church, and then I was playing in like gospel go-go bands, and.
Yeah. And as you notice out there when you look,
I saw.
Are any one of those bands you played with?
So my sister, for a little while, I think she was with Walk by Faith. I was in True Potential, and
Oh, you was in True Potential?
I was in True Potential. There were 2 guitar players in that one, 2 girls.
That's crazy.
And the bass player was a girl too. So yeah.
Shout out to my man Marty.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So and then I was in jazz bands. Like, I didn't get into the music program at Maryland. They didn't accept me, and I didn't make it in the jazz program. None of that stuff.
Really?
So I was playing in the black jazz band, which is kind of like. Supposedly, they try to make it seem like it's, lower than, like, being in the school. I mean, it doesn't have the kind of clout, but I learned so much there. So it was, like, small stuff before I got to Belladonna.
Okay, so Belladonna was the first big stage.
It was, like, the first big one, yeah.
Okay. Well, wow, you playing at the gospel go-go bands. Because I was going to ask you, what is your... obviously you're from the area, so you was very familiar with go-go within itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your influence into the go-go scene? Was it gospel go-go, or was there anything like any particular band that you listened to, or tapes or CDs back in the day? I don't know if you're old enough to know you're dealing with the tapes or nothing. But
not the tapes,
yeah.
But we used to listen to like a lot of R&B and gospel and things like that. Not too much go-go when I was younger. But my sister and brother started getting into it, like more like bounce beat stuff, and I didn't understand it because it was something I wasn't used to.
Right.
But Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers, like obviously that's always on the radio, and then after that, like it was I really my favorite band is Vibe Band. I love Jock on guitar. I love Vibe so much.
That is crazy because I just played the song earlier prior to you coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I professed to everybody, I said, if you don't know nothing about Jock, you don't know nothing about guitar playing.
Oh, my God. Like, he's incredible. He makes it sing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I love them, especially when they do, what's that song? Welcome to
Oh, yeah. That's Tears for Fears.
Yeah, I love when they do that song.
Everybody rules the world.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah, that's my joint, too. Yeah.
So
that's what kind of brought me into Vibe, hearing that track right there.
Man, and the way they finesse that song, I love when they play that.
Yes. They made it their own.
They really did. And like listening to things like that and hearing how you can make the guitar really an influential and important part in go-go. Because, you don't necessarily need it, but it's like that little touch.
Now, other than Chuck Brown's initial riffs,
Mm-hmm.
And I can go, way, way back. How Chuck brought in songs.
Yeah.
You really didn't hear, and of course, there's Rez from Rez and the Boys and Andre, as far as the lead guitar.
Yeah.
and my main man Bula Roper, of course, rest in peace to him. There's never really been to me, somebody like Jacques to really be such an influence within the band. Like, you know, if he was missing from the band, like,
you would know.
The song would sound completely off.
Yeah.
Without him.
Yeah, he was amazing. But I think the first time I really, really got exposed to go-go was I went to the Soul Factory Church.
Okay.
With Devon. I hope he gets better. He's sick right now.
Right. I heard he's dealing with cancer right now.
Yeah. So prayers out to him. But they would do gospel, but then they would put a go-go beat on.
Isn't Cherie in that church?
Yeah, we played together in that church.
Okay,
for a little while.
Yeah.
But they would do that even as a kid. They would do that. I was like, wow, like to give it that piece of home. That was like my first time in church listening to go-go and then make gospel hours.
Yeah, what tripped me out one time when I saw Pastor Duran actually get from behind the mic and get on the conga.
He used to do that all the time. Oh my gosh.
And the first time I saw him was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know how you go to church, for New Year's Eve, to bring in the new year.
Uh-huh.
And so I nodded.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm in there, and all of a sudden I hit the boop, bop, boop, bop. And I looked up, and I said, hold up. And after that, I was locked in after that.
He was getting it in.
Yeah.
He was getting it in. I didn't even know he could play, but he'd be all over the Congo.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. It was a beautiful thing. And actually, that kind of like changed my whole view of what was going on. I said, hold up. They're getting it in like this at church? Let me see what's happening up in here.
Every Sunday they would do that.
Yeah. So, and Cherie, she tells me about it all the time. So, because she's the MD up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so is that how y'all initially met?
So we met when Chuck Brown died. So he did a special service, and Cherie came in, and I think Karis was there too. But I got to watch them play. And she had just had her baby, and she and John were coming out of the service, and that's when I met them. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I think Walter told me about you," and we exchanged information that way. But it was when Chuck Brown died, and Duran did a service for him at our church.
He spoke at the funeral too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a beautiful thing. I really want to ask you about your new song.
Yeah.
That you just came out. I wanted to go down the trail a little bit, but I want to introduce everybody to something new that you just did. Are you singing on this as well?
No, I produced and I played guitar on it. That was it. But it's Vita Lenore blessing that track on vocals.
What's her name again?
Vita Lenore.
Vita, is she local as well?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get her in here. You got to help us out with that.
I got you. She's amazing.
Yeah, and definite. Because when I played this for a couple people prior to that, because you just released it, last week?
Yeah, so it was supposed to be released on the 1st, so we had to work some things out, but it'll be out for real this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we doing almost exclusive then.
Yeah,
right here.
Much,
all right. So this is a brand new track from Miss Audie O'Neal.
Yeah, there we go.
This is called Blush. Check it out. You're tuned into the GoWIN Radio Show right here on Go Radio Live, Win DC Radio, all wrapped up in GoWIN.media.
The very first day you made it known that you saw something in me you had never seen before. You told me that you've been watching me for a while and had to see how far it would go if you told. But I already knew. 'Cause whenever I would look your way, I noticed you were already looking at me. And every time I post a pic, you'd be the very first like on my IG. Cause boy, you're making me blush. Every time you smile, you're making me blush. actions made it clear. Tried to keep it on the low, but your feelings can't lie. You were too attentive, right next to perfect. Honestly, I'd have it no other way. Just me and you, babe. I know this was meant to be. Whenever I would look your way, I know that you were already looking at me. And every time I post a pic, you'd be the very first like on my IG. And each time we spoke, oh, you looked directly in my eyes, and I had to turn away, hide my face, 'cause boy, you're making me blush. Every time you smile, you're making me blush. I can't help it, I'm blushing. And I'm about to lose control. I don't even want it anymore. Just want you. So good to know you want me to. Your smile, your confidence, the way that you're patient with me, your strength, your intellect. I'm so secure, I tell you anything. Never imagined that we'd be here, and I never wanna go back. But with you, I don't have to. You never stop doing the things that make me blush. Oh, every time, yeah. I can't help it, I can't take it, yeah. Oh, and I'm about to lose control. I don't want it, just want you. So good to know you want me to. No other way. Wanting you a long time. Will you be mine? And I'm about to lose control. Oh yeah, so good to know you want me to.
There it is. There it is.
I like it.
You just heard a world premiere for Blush by Miss Ari O'Neil.
Thank you.
Look, that track right there, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect when your sister sent it over.
Yeah.
And, you know, because I'm thinking you got your own track. I'm thinking it's going to be maybe an instrumental, you know, just something you just cutting out on, but it was something nice and smooth.
Yeah, because
and,
when you said it, I said, she sing?
yeah.
That's the first thing I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
I wish.
Oh, man.
Because
Yeah.
the track is really, really nice.
Yeah,
so,
it's like has a calypso feeling to it, like a little,
Thank
a little
you.
calypso feeling.
Yeah.
and for those of y'all just now tuning in, that voice you're hearing right now is Miss Lady.
You know. Listen, better late than never. You
She,
know me.
yeah. Well, I did give our listeners a precursor, like the weather is messed up out there.
I did. I was listening.
And there's a lot of people
You
on
know
the
I was.
road
You know I was.
voting, and, you know, hopefully they are voting.
Yeah.
Because I ain't going to lie, when I came back from the polls, I caught an Uber here.
Yeah.
And the traffic was horrendous.
I believe it. That weather is nasty right now.
Yeah, I mean, it took me literally an hour to get here from the poll, and it really shouldn't have took about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but it's really nasty out there. So if y'all out there on the roads right now, please take your time.
Be careful.
Yes, and be wary of others. That's why I'm in the position I'm in right now. And, you know what I'm saying? Take your time and just look out for others. You know, don't be impatient, because that's next thing you know, you'll be really sitting still.
We gotta get you it's a little convertible. We gotta get you a top. We gotta get you a top to that. That's a summer car. We gotta get you a new ride. We need a top
Well, it was
to
crazy. I got it. My first appointment in a few months is tomorrow. So I'm going in there and see what's happening. Like, yeah, what
We
y'all
need a
gonna
new car.
do?
We need a new car.
Yeah, because you know what? My little lights have gone out.
Yeah.
Everything, you know what
They
I'm
can't
saying?
see you. No reflectors.
Yeah, I ain't got my reflectors no more, so somebody running up on me from behind ain't gonna even see me. You know, so, but let's get back to our lovely guest who came in today.
Whom is what? What's her name?
Miss Ari
Oh,
O'Neil.
great.
Oh,
I was
see,
listening.
yeah,
He said you
I was
were going to clown
listening.
her.
I was listening because I was like, who does it? Don't give that excuse about you was in Japan in 91. You know how to say now, especially if the person tell you 3 times
Yeah.
their name is now.
That is funny. Yo, he said you're going to cut
I
him
did
up.
not thank you. Nigga, she's terrible.
That is hilarious.
So look, so after Belladonna, you have been like going crazy. First, you got picked up by the Fix Band, correct?
Yeah.
And what has that been like with you, for you?
So with the Fix, I ended up leaving Belladonna for the Fix because Belladonna is amazing. But with the Fix, it was kind of like that next step that I needed to help myself grow musically. And the people they have over there, you know, between Smiles on keys and Frank Javon on bass, they're just so talented, and that's like kind of the epitome of where I want to be on guitar. And I felt like I needed that. It was like training. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. And it was embarrassing, the stuff that I didn't know, but
Really?
yeah, it was a lot of things that I didn't know. Like, I felt like I kind of got not comfortable, but I started feeling myself a little bit like, okay, I can play a little bit. People asking me to come sit in and do all this stuff. And then I went over there and they started, you know, really playing. Like, whoa, wait a minute. So after like a couple of years with them, I just felt myself growing. Even though it was hard and I knew I was kind of like, out of all the band, I was kind of on the bottom. I was so determined to work my way up. And between all the guys and Vita, they all really helped me grow, and they didn't judge me for what I didn't know.
Well, I want to ask you this, because I know you didn't mean it in a bad way, but just to clarify, when you say you want it, well, maybe I should let Miss Lady ask it because she's ready.
Oh, no.
But no. When you say that going to the Fix, you felt like it was a growing process for you.
Yeah.
With Belladonna, because those ladies are looked at on this circuit, you know, with high esteem.
Oh yes, they're amazing.
So what was the growth like from? I mean, what was the difference like from going from, you know, a go-go band to I guess we say they're basically a cover band.
Yeah.
A professional cover band.
Yeah. I think the difference is different kinds of growth. So with Belladonna, it was more about my stage presence and about my feel for go-go. So like chucking and then using my wah and finding my way to make my guitar matter in go-go. Because, you know, it's hard to, you can play guitar, but it either gets lost in the sauce or it's too much and the you know, you get turned down anyway. So with them, I was working on my feel for go-go and my performance. With the Fix, it was also performance, but it was my feeling R&B and pop and figuring out how to make my guitar musical and not just, you know, a guitar just playing.
Did you feel, boy, I guess I'm throwing haymakers today. Did you feel? Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I asked you prior.
You did?
Yes.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Did you feel any animosity from the other ladies in the group towards you because you were a young, aspiring
PYT? Huh?
Yeah, and everybody else in the band was 30 and up. You know, and you the,
I mean,
and
don't be playing with the dirty 30s now. Right. I'm not there yet, but I'm excited for it. Okay. There's some good looking dirty 30s out there.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Queen. All right. Shut me down.
I mean, in the beginning, of course, like, this is your home, and I don't think all the girls knew that I was coming. So I was like, all right, well, who's this B word coming up in here? And, you know, the spot, they didn't say it, but, you know, you feel that. And I would feel the same way, too. Like, who is this?
Right.
So it was kind of like coming in and playing and proving, like, I can play. Because, you know, sometimes...
And just another pretty face.
Yeah, some girls are pretty, but when it comes to actually playing the instruments, I'm like, oh, crap. And, you know, sometimes guys, when it comes to guys, like, oh, yeah, she could play, but they're not really listening. They're looking at you. They're all girls up there, so they don't care what you look like. Right. Can she play? Yeah. And it's kind of like once I got up there and started playing, I was like, oh, okay, she's all right. So, I mean, it always happens at first.
Well, I have a problem with the Fix band. Because every time I went to go see them, I specifically wanted to see them to see you.
That's what he said. Like, I ain't going to be there.
And every time I'm saying, man, where's Shorty at? You know what I'm saying? And that was a let down for me because I've seen your performance.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was just I said, okay, well, if they're good, I know she's gonna take them to a whole nother level.
Oh, thank you.
And I never ever caught you with them, so I'm kind of, feeling a certain kind of way, about the fix. Cause,
oh, you can't feel a certain way about
them. I told Malachi, I said, man, I ain't tripping off your boys. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off them. So shorty, if I know she there, then I'm gonna see them next time.
I will definitely post when my next show will be, so you can come.
All right.
I'll have a seat for you in the front.
There it is. There
He comes with his own seat.
And he comes with his own seat. So I just really need to just have a space.
That's it.
You wasn't supposed to follow that.
The seat would be for me.
It's like it's
his
kind of
companion.
It's exclusive. Nobody else is gonna have that seat.
Nobody else has that.
All right. Y'all gonna light me up today.
I want, if I can, I know I was listening in, and we always, promote the youth and the changes that, they contribute and they make towards our music here. And when I was listening, you said you were homeschooled, so that kind of takes out from what we always say, like put the music back in the schools. So and being it very important, but being as though you were homeschooled, was it? Do you think? Let me. It's a kind of a two-part question. Was it difficult for you to adapt when you got in college? To the classroom setting, to the the big classes, because I know you said you had an instructor. I don't know if they were classroom settings or not, but was it an issue for you to adapt to the different setting once you did get in college with the music?
It's still difficult for me to adapt, only because I'm so used to being at home and being like my organic self.
Right.
Like, it's my family, so they automatically know how I am. But then to get out in this setting, and when I was 15, 16 at the time going to school, it was a little more difficult because you can't necessarily be your organic self with everyone. They don't deserve it, number one. And number two, because they don't know, they won't know how to receive it. So it was a lot of times where I was put in some awkward situations because I didn't know how to communicate with them, and it's not the same way that I would communicate with my family. Now, my siblings, they're totally different. Like, I was one, when I was homeschooled, I was in the house. I was with my mom cooking, cleaning. I didn't really have friends. I had my siblings. My siblings had the gift of gab. They knew everybody in the neighborhood.
Were they homeschooled also?
They were also homeschooled, but
wow.
I just chose to be in the house, so it was a little more difficult for me socially because I chose to be in the house. As far as my guitar lessons, we went to the Music and Arts Center, so those private lessons, and then
where's that located?
It's a chain, so you can find a Music and Arts Center anywhere. But then I went to
it's one back in Oxon Hill again.
Yeah, it's not far. And then I went to the Levine School of Music, but once again it's just music classes, and then my teacher ended up teaching me at home. So, and my other teacher, I would still go there, but I mean, it's a private setting, so it's like being homeschooled anyway.
So would you say, if you had it to do over again, somebody said I wouldn't change a thing, would you, or had it to do over again, or moving forward, adult life, you've lived your life, and you say, you know what, I want to settle down and have some kids. Would you, being as though you grew up with the homeschool, and and if your children have shown interest into the arts, would you homeschool again? Would you go that route, or would you say, hey, we're going to switch it up, do a little something different?
I would definitely homeschool my children.
Okay.
Definitely. I think the only issue is, I right now, oh my God, I'm almost 25, and it's like everyone around me. No, it's just different because it feels like it was just yesterday when other people getting married was like, well, oh my God, like one day I'm gonna be married, and I'm gonna have kids. And now I see my friends like having babies and getting married and stuff. Like, oh crap, like it's really close.
Is it my time?
Is it my time already? Am I late?
Right.
So it's just because I'm working so much right now, I'm going to kind of have to delay it, because not that, children aren't a beautiful thing, but once you have it, you have to compromise a bit. Yeah, so.
I mean, everybody's not Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? So where they have the luxuries of, doing certain things at certain times, even any of the celebrities, you know what I'm saying? They don't have the luxury of doing the things that the normal people do, because they still they haven't, obligation, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to their fans and to their families and things of that nature. So yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely understand where you're coming from. It just must be difficult to attempt to separate your loves. Like,
Yeah.
do you do family? That's why you see a lot of celebrities. I would think that tend to delay those things.
Yeah.
Or if they have children, they have them very young, and we kind of really don't know about them
Yeah.
until they're famous. You're like, I didn't even know she
Yeah.
had a kid.
A lot of that. Yeah.
So it's I just and when I was listening, I was like, wow, it's just it's awesome to see someone so young just accomplish so many great things, and just like you said, a lot of Black families. And when you were speaking about your family,
Yeah.
it's like the real life Huxtables, how we used to thought, back then, just
Yeah.
like mom and dad, the kids, and then when you said all the siblings, I'm like, goodness gracious, like
Yeah, it's a
That-
tribe.
that-
It's a
that's what
tribe.
got
tribe,
me.
yeah.
Like, she's making these moves with a whole rack of brothers and sisters, and with the family support, because they always say it comes from the top,
Yeah.
and so if the trunk of the tree is giving support, then it's going to breed good fruit.
And
Yeah.
what,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
what I also liked when she was speaking, she never said, I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. And, my dad was the CEO of this. And my
Oh.
mom was the, what I'm saying?
I
the
wish.
VP of this. But it just goes back to, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can do it. We can make it. And, if you bring back to the root of it all, family. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take $1 million a month.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that.
Just a strong support system.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
strong support system, and that family value,
And to me, that's probably the best. I mean, we haven't even finished with our
Right.
interview yet, but to me,
Yeah, it's the
I
best
don't need
part.
to hear no more
Yeah.
than just to hear that, because it feels good inside to hear that. And, it makes, I have a young one, old as I am, I have an 8-year-old.
He waited too.
Oh, see?
Yeah, I have an 8-year-old, and I'm the same way. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Whatever you say. I want to be a singer, a songwriter. I want to do this. She wants to model. She wants to act. But we gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So her mother don't want her necessarily all into all of that, because she looked at it as being everything being worldly. I was like, look, we in the world.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
If we was in the country, then I can understand
She's
that.
gonna have a
Yeah.
problem
But, yeah,
adapting. You
yeah.
have to be.
Oh, no, not with me,
realistic.
she
I'm
ain't.
just saying realistic.
Yeah.
Like reality is,
Yeah.
you don't want a culture shock. You know how you hear
Yeah.
you hear about all the people that are sheltered, and then they go away to college, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I will say
and
that.
especially at 15, when you said you graduated and you went to school, it's just like, and my daughter's 16, and when I was listening to it, it just made me feel good about my decisions that I make, as far as, hey, you can do anything you want to do.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And I'm gonna not allow you to quit. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this investment, and if it gets too hard, that's what life is.
Exactly.
That's what life is, and it felt good for you to tell that story about, what I'm saying, a Black family, and to know that they do exist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So all the, even single parent homes, single moms, single dads, they do exist. They just do exist, and that felt good.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So let's get into what you've been up to lately. You've been on the road like crazy.
Yeah.
So tell us, what was your very first big road trip with the group? I mean, when you got that call to say, look, you got to leave the fix. We got some work to do.
Ha.
What was that call?
The first call where I had to leave was actually Coachella for for Beyonce, and it's crazy.
So that was the first call?
The first call where I had to leave, and I was gone for a while because I got other calls. Like I did Maya, there's Kevin Ross.
All locally. You
Yeah,
did all those
locally.
events
So it was local stuff. Life Jennings. When I was with the Fix, we did Kiki Wyatt. So it was like local stuff, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But the first time I actually left. Actually, no. The first time I left, it was only for like 3 days, and it was for a jazz group called Jazz and Pink in LA. But the show was in, I forget where it was, but it was a show that we were doing together. But I had to fly out to LA, and then we did another show in another state. But it was only like 4 days. Coachella, oh my God, that was December to April. just rehearsals.
What?
Yeah, and it was crazy because I thought the call was a joke. I was in New York. I was in New York
I can imagine.
doing a wedding, and I don't check my Instagram messages because I get anxiety when I see all the numbers. So I just literally look real quick and like.
Come to find out, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I hate looking at it because I don't respond to that. Which is how Adriana came in.
Right.
So she's like, you can't just delete messages.
Yeah,
So I'm in New York, and she said, you need to answer this right now, and show me a screenshot. Somebody saying, hey, I'm from Parkwood. I'm like, I've heard of Parkwood. Let me look this up. And I was like, oh, Parkwood, Beyonce. So, but she has other artists.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, this can't be right. I called the number, and he's like, yeah, so we have something we need you to do. Can you do some stuff, are you busy? And I'm like, of course not. I'm not busy at all.
No, doing nothing.
I had 4 jobs at the time. Nope, I'm not doing anything.
Right, exactly.
So after talking, that was Saturday, and going over some things, my birthday was on the 11th. So it was literally that.
Of December?
Of December? Oh,
Of December. So I got the call like the 8th. It's
Sad
my
to
birthday,
Yeah.
and it's like, I'm sitting there. I don't seem sad. What's up? But I was sitting there in the house, just like worrying because I hadn't heard back. I'm like, oh my God, my whole birthday, I was in my room just panicking. And that night around 8, 9 o'clock, I get a call saying, yeah, so you think you can fly out tomorrow morning at like 4?
On your birthday.
I said, oh, yeah, I'm not doing anything. So I got off the phone, I was screaming. I called my mom, all my siblings, and of course, I had a few birthday shots to celebrate because I've been stressed out all day.
Right.
I couldn't drink too much because my flight was at 4, and I flew out and did Coachella.
That's what's up.
How did they find out about you?
Instagram. They saw a video of me with the Fix at the park doing
Solo.
a medley for like just instrumental.
Right.
And I was doing All Right by Kendrick Lamar.
So social media, we heard that.
Yes.
Social media is that type of a beast.
I told you. Yes.
To get you on one of the
Instagram
biggest
famous, yeah.
shows in the world. Not,
Yeah.
yeah, because Coachella is it here.
Yes. Yeah.
That
It's
is-
there.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Exactly.
is incredible.
Yes.
That's incredible. So, I mean, tell us about the experience. Give us, a little. I know you can't talk about everything, but just give us a little brief synopsis of what that experience was like. Not only playing with Beyonce, at Coachella, which is, phenomenal within itself, but just that whole experience, and I'm sure, like you said, you had to. What? How many months y'all practiced?
We were there
December to
December to April, yeah.
So, I mean, what is that as a professional musician? What is that like? Because I know that's got to be a whole nother step up from what you've been dealing with.
Yeah, it was a lot. And I think the biggest thing that I took away from that was just to be able to adjust. And personally, I have not a lot of problems, but it's difficult to deal with change. Like once you get so used to something and now it's like you have to change. But with that's what it is. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this now. Forget all this. We're going to try this. Actually, no, we're going to go back and do this. So you have to be very flexible. And it just taught me that even though I'm not great with change, it's a part of life. You're just going to have to do it. And if you can't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And take this dream job that I've been wanting for forever. So change was the biggest part. It was long hours. I met some amazing people. We were tired.
How long were the practice sessions?
It varied. It varied. So it could be a couple hours to a whole day to a few days. Like, it was a lot. And but it was an amazing process. And what made it easy was just doing the music and really seeing how they can transform a song from being a track to this huge live performance, and just watching them create this show was amazing.
Arrangement is everything. I always say the live arrangement is
Ooh.
everything.
Did you have to learn her whole catalog?
I mean, whatever they ask me to learn, that's the job. I gotta learn it, and I gotta know it when they ask me for it.
So each show is, definitely Coachella. I'm sure it was scripted. But when you was on tour with them, I mean, would she call something just out of the blue, like kind of like in Go-Go, where it's not necessarily scripted? You'd be like, you know what? Let's go here tonight.
I doubt that, Nico. That was reasonable.
Well, Prince used to do it.
I mean,
But that's
it might
Prince.
seem like to us, But you know what I'm saying? Behind the stage, I'm pretty sure he probably was like, yeah, you know I'm gonna call Johnny
Right.
Jack Flash tonight. So just be
Well,
ready.
I mean,
Or
we'll
Mike-
let her answer.
I'm just
What
saying,
I
it's
would
like
say
some
is
professionals
that
going in.
if there were any adjustments, because you can see, like, even on YouTube when you look at the shows, that there were, every show was different.
Right.
But the team, just made sure everything was well organized, so we were always in tune.
Right. Ain't nobody-
So every show was a different show.
Not necessarily, but life happens. Even at the regular go-go shows, the song could go out, or this isn't working right now. Oh, this mic went out. Oh, this happened, and you have to adjust. Even during the tour, there was a lot of adjustments.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because I mean, when you ask that question, I just wouldn't, nobody wants to. They're professionals. They get paid to do this stuff. Even though, listen, hold on, listen. Even though the go people get paid to do this show, they don't get paid that much.
Nah, I'm not even.
Ain't nobody
But first of all,
risking
I would never
nothing
put.
off the fly.
But we first of all, I don't want anybody listening or watching right now to ever think that I'm trying to put Coachella on the same level of what a go-go,
No, but
any
what-
go-go. I don't care if it
It
was
doesn't
go-go
matter.
live.
Listen, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
where you're playing. If
Right.
you're getting paid to perform, or even if it's free, you do your best. If you're that artist, you're gonna put your best foot forward.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, a professional ain't just gonna jump out there and be like, turn around to the band and be like, nah.
Not necessarily. It could be a fan in the crowd say, "This is my favorite song. Would you play this for me?"
No, not tonight.
I've seen that.
Okay, yeah, but you may think that, but that stuff be scripted, Nico.
Okay, all right.
You think they put that one person in the front and that seat she ain't paid for to ask a wrong question?
Oh, Lord.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I just don't, I can't imagine. I know people do stuff off the fly, but I can't imagine that. I mean, they have qualified individuals that can successfully get anything done.
Yeah.
But if you have a job to do and you have, you have a script, like if you go off, if you're the vocalist and you want to go off and run and do all of that stuff, but I just can't imagine somebody would just randomly turn around to the band. You don't know if they know this, you don't, and you just be like, hey, nah, this ain't no jam session.
I will say I've seen some incredible things at jam sessions, though.
Oh, definitely. They are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because anything goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anything goes, and it's music made. Like, jam sessions are awesome. Jam, slam, all that. They just awesome. It's just the arts. But I don't think that it'll just be in the middle of, your tour and your fifth date, and you just bust out with some random stuff.
Hey, let's do this. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
let's go.
exactly. Just can't
So-
imagine it.
So after Coachella, I know probably the most incredible experience of your life.
Yes.
Up until that point. What was it like for Beyonce to say, you know what? You done made the team. We about to go on tour.
I think it didn't hit until after it was over. Not even after it was over. That first show, after rehearsals were over, that first show, I'm sitting on the stage in Cardiff, Wales. I've never been to Europe. So I'm in Wales. After all these incredible rehearsals, I'm in Wales on the stage looking at thousands of people. And I heard that first count at 1, 2, 3, 4 in my in-ears. And then I heard the music and saw the lights, and I was like, whoa. I can't believe I'm here right now. I was jokingly saying, oh, yeah, it'd be cool to play for Beyonce one day in October that year when I got the call.
Wow.
And now I'm actually on tour. This is crazy.
Speaking into fruition.
Yeah.
And when people said that, I used to think, oh, yeah, okay. But it really works.
That's how God works.
Yeah.
That's how God works.
That's how it works.
So with you going on tour, I'm sure with the Queen Bee as herself, I'm sure that's opened up a lot of doors for you.
Yeah.
So
Hold on. Can I ask the question? So how was it when you came home and was
Man.
able to perform? Like,
Oh my God! Like you don't understand. Okay, so that whole time the European leg's about to end, I say, oh, I mean y'all cities they gonna be nice in the U.S. leg,
Yeah.
but y'all not ready for D.C. We got 2 shows. So not all the cities got 2 shows. We got 2 shows for a reason.
Right.
So like, all right, whatever, all right. I got home, literally we had maybe a couple. Did we have a couple of days off? Maybe a couple of days off. And I was doing interviews, just going around talking to people. I was in the bank, and a lady recognized me. I was like, whoa, first of all, I don't even have my face beat. My eyebrows not done. My hair, I look dusty. Like, it's so bad. Your hair is uneven. That was me. Said, oh, wait. Are you Ari? I said, oh, my God. But being home and then actually getting able to perform, like, my family got to come. My whole family got to come. One of my sisters was in a dance intensive in New York, though. Mm-hmm. So from a majority of my family to come. My dad, like, it's rare when he gets to come and see me play. Really? He saw me play when I was 15 for my first show. And he saw me play when I was in Belladonna. I don't know if he saw me in the Fix, but it's like I've been playing now since I was 15. Right. I'm almost 25. Right. So when he comes out, it's kind of like, it's a special occasion. Yeah, come on.
Right.
But to know that they were out there seeing everything. And DC, to me, not just because I'm from here, but it was the most lit city both nights. The energy was crazy, and to go out and see my parents, like, and my family.
So when you were performing, like, because I heard you did like a little break, and they gave you like, was that because you were home, or was that just part of the show?
Yeah, the solo was just a part of the show.
Okay, so part of the show. So were you able to see them?
I wasn't able to see them only because there was so many people, but I knew where their section was. So I said, I just gotta make sure I turn this way. So
right.
Okay. This is your daughter. This is your older sister up here. So I need you to see me right now.
Okay. that has to be awesome. That has to be awesome. Like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's gotta be, because at that time, for you, I mean, you queen bee here.
It felt like it. Those whole few days here, it felt like it. And I was just like, wow, it doesn't get any better than this. Because I swear, if I was from New York or LA, they'd be like, oh, that's nice, you got a gig. Here it was like, what? You do what? Girl, come on this radio show. Girl, come to this party. I am so proud of you. I remember when you was in True Potential, Belladonna. Like, hey, this is
I mean, with DC being probably...
so small.
Well, no, not just small. I mean, we probably one of the premier cities in the country that adores live music.
Yeah.
So,
man, yeah.
So it puts it on a whole nother level with you doing what you're doing with one of the biggest artists, if not the biggest artist in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's got to be incredible itself. But back to my previous question. So what are those doors open up for you been like?
It's just crazy, the stuff that people are asking me to do now. Because it's like, I would see other professional musicians talking about, oh yeah, I just finished this tour with J. Cole. I'm about to go do this tour with SWV. Oh, I got to go do this for Kirk Whalum. And it's like, they're doing all this stuff. And I was like, wow, I really want to do this. After OTR, oh my gosh. Yeah, I need you to come do this show for Tidal. Oh yeah, I need you to play behind this artist. Do you think you'll be available for this? I'm like, wow.
So name some of the people that called you up at the
some stuff is still in the works, so I can't really put it out there.
Okay, well, who you can?
So right now is Normani. I did Normani for the Tidal show.
Yeah, we saw that.
Right.
Yeah, it was so
because we were supposed to have you on the show, and Nico called and said, Nico was like, yeah, she got him on. I said, I'll keep it real. I was like, So then when I saw it, I said, he sent me the screenshot. He said, she wasn't welling.
See? You know what? I had to cancel so much stuff. And everybody was kind of looking at me sideways like, you just want a break. We know you tired, but
yeah, because I was just like, she was just at the Paradigm.
Yeah, that's another thing. They see pictures and videos of me out and doing stuff. Right. So like, girl, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Don't be playing me 50.
Don't got big head. Yeah. I know you done heard it already. Don't be acting funny.
Yeah, right.
But then when I started posting those pictures, those videos like, oh, congratulations. I'm like, yes, I told you. I told you.
I ain't no liar. Like, why would I change?
Why would I lie about that? But it's hard because it's like when stuff like that happens. And, you can't really say anything.
Right.
The show's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah,
so it's like, how do I explain to this person, yeah, I know we're supposed to do this.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not, and I got to leave, and I won't be back. Yeah. But it'll all make sense later. They're going to look at you crazy.
Yeah. You're like CIA out this time.
Yeah.
Like CIA.
See?
Yeah.
Well, it's beautiful that you're home. How long you home for?
I leave tomorrow.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, we're blessed then.
Yes, we
We're
are.
definitely
Yes, we
blessed.
are. Yes,
I'll
we
be
are.
back in a month though.
So, are you able to say where you're going now?
No.
Wow.
But I'll be back in a month. So I can't tell you what it is right now.
Your birthday, you gonna celebrate? You gonna be here for your birthday?
My birthday is December 11th. I'll
Right.
be back on the 3rd. So
You
if y'all want to come to
said
my
she
party.
No, I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay.
Yeah, my
okay.
mom and my brother are Sagittarius. So my
Nice.
brother's the 12th. Yeah.
Oh, ew. Tell them come to my party.
Yeah.
Everybody come to my party.
So
It's
that's
gonna
what.
be
That's the
lit.
next question. What's good?
So I can't say too much right now because I want it to be a big surprise. But just know
For the party?
it's gonna be flyers and stuff, and the theme I'll tell y'all now, just so y'all can get ready because I need everybody to be together.
Okay.
It's coming to DC, but it's like coming to America, but coming to DC because I'll be coming back.
Oh.
So I need everybody in their best Zamunda wear. I need to
Okay.
see some lions and some
Okay.
cheetahs and stuff.
Okay. Coming to America.
I need
Coming to
y'all-
DC.
Coming to
That's what's
DC. I need y'all to be a little, African royalty. You know,
Okay.
Yes.
I need some roses.
Which we are. Some petals.
See, who's gonna get? I need somebody to throw the petals.
Something that looks. Somebody gonna be like, "You need me to give you a bath?
Yeah.
You need me to give you a bath?" It's like, you gonna be. Don't be going that far.
Oh,
You know they gonna be
no.
asking. I give you the bath. I give you the
No,
bath.
it's okay. I'll be clean.
Right.
But I just need everybody in their best Zamunda wear.
Right.
So it'll probably be on December 14th that
Yeah,
weekend.
because my other brother,
Okay.
Shots fired. His birthday on the 13th.
Oh,
See,
okay.
wow. See,
Yeah.
tell them all to come to the
Yeah.
party.
He
No,
gonna be there. He gonna be there
No,
with
we
his
in.
camera.
Hey, look. After this interview, we're gonna lock all that in. Don't even
Come
worry
on,
about that.
let's
We
go.
will be there.
Come on.
So, your brethren gonna be there as well? The Fix?
yes.
Are they gonna be performing?
I don't know if I'm gonna have anybody perform because as a musician, when you go to parties and you perform,
sit down.
it's
You wanna
fun.
chill
But it's
out.
like, okay, this is my homie's party. I want to
Yeah.
drink too.
Right.
So we'll definitely have a DJ. I don't know who yet, but we're gonna have a DJ and it'll be lit.
Okay. Well, we gonna get that, and you're throwing it.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we ain't got to worry about the outside promoters dealing with the BS and all that.
No.
Okay, great. Right. I tell you, boy, we just had to deal with a crazy situation at the Echo Stage. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So, well, good. Thank you so much for coming in. We know you kind of limited on time and everything, but for you to blessing us with the time that you have, will you be back anytime soon here? I'm talking about here.
Oh, just let me know. After December 3rd, I'm home. For
Okay,
a while.
well, I'll tell you what. The next time you come in, it'll be promoting your party.
Okay. Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll set it up, and if you can, whoever you want to come through, we're gonna set up. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a pre-birthday party right
Oh, pregame.
here. That's how we're gonna get down. Yeah, that's it. She already look at it.
I like
I tell you that
Hennessy.
road life must be nice.
I like Hennessy, so if y'all want to bring me a bottle or some Taylor Port.
Oh,
Taylor Port.
Teleport.
Girl, you gotta step it up now.
Nah, man,
Yeah.
why? Why?
But,
You are who you are.
have you ever had port?
See?
Yes, I have.
That port
You
knock
a
you on your
headache.
ass.
Yes,
See,
yes.
but you see,
Will
when
knock you slam
when you're a
out.
grown woman, you know,
You
And,
drink
you know,
teleport. You
you
know
know
how
what
to
I'm
handle
saying?
it.
You can
Yeah.
handle it, you know. All right, I'm here,
handle
partner.
See, it's like the difference. When you get older, the less you can handle. Nico, you
Yeah.
know
Oh,
that.
trust me.
You
I
that.
know.
Yes, you do know
I
that.
definitely know.
You just had a birthday, sir.
Yes.
See? And I heard 25 was that peak. So like after that, it's kind of like, all right,
Yes.
now I can't do all this
I
stuff. So
think
I gotta enjoy it while I
Who
still
told you
can.
25 is your peak?
It's like one of
The
those
drinking,
peak- the
one
drinking,
of those,
yeah.
one of those
Nah.
staples where you be like, man, I don't like waking up like this.
Yeah, my
Like,
body don't
Maybe
don't
for a
recover
female.
like it used
Maybe
to.
for a female. I would put it at 35 for a male. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they tolerance a little different.
yeah,
They a little different.
Yes.
They a little lightweight. Yeah.
That's different.
Tolerance a little
Well,
different.
this is beautiful. So look, we getting ready to get up out of here. I want each and every one of y'all to make sure y'all. Matter of fact, you said it's coming out when, this Friday?
This week, hopefully this Friday, if I can get this stuff
Well, be
together,
looking
y'all.
out. Be looking out for the brand new single "Blush" by Ari O'Neal. I'm sure it's going to be available on Tidal, iTunes, and all the other
Everywhere.
Spotify.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Shout out to Moan on the beat and Vita Lenore for blessing this track.
No doubt. No doubt. Oh, and you definitely got to give me her contact information.
I will.
So,
She's awesome.
yeah, definitely bring her in here. So, any last minute shout outs?
My mom and dad, the O'Neill clan. I love you guys. Shout out to Park, because if it wasn't for you guys, they wouldn't have seen that video.
There it is.
Shout out to Deron Cloud. I hope you feel better. And just everyone here in DC who supported me. Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, come on, sis.
Shout out to everybody that's listening. And you could be doing anything else, like out voting and all that stuff. But it's no excuse because we have the GoGo Radio app online.
Yep.
You can look at it online on your Facebook for the old heads. On just log in.
Why we gotta be old heads? What's
because
all that about?
Facebook. No, I'm saying Facebook.
It's for the older
It's
generation.
for the older generation.
Yeah.
You have your Snapchat and your Instagram. Did she say they saw her on Facebook?
It is actually. So I got a little. It's everywhere. When I say everywhere, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you look on my Facebook page, you'll see it up there.
Right.
Alright,
So
good.
so just for the the hipsters and everything that say, because my daughter has Facebook downloaded on her phone. Do you still have it?
Hold on.
I mean,
so that face again.
Yeah,
I think I did it like.
I see where she get it
I
from.
think I did it like when she was 13 to do something so she could do like a sign up for some kind of college fair or something like that. But she never ever used it. They don't use it. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we, that's what we do. We got to stay in tune with the, with the know. So that's why I said you can look at it on Facebook, Instagram, the app, download the app. It's just no excuse. Just stay tuned. And shout out to them Patriots, Friendly Patriots. I got to get you in to talk to. I work at the high school too, Friendly.
Nice.
And my daughter's in like the drama and the TV production and everything. And their teacher, she was Miss Chris. She was located in California, but she came back. She graduated from Friendly, so she has like relationship with like Diddy and all them, and she talks about it and
I love Diddy.
bring Beyonce's dad, Mr. Knowles, and she has a relationship with him. So it's just like certain people she talks to the kids and things of that nature. And I just like, and they're older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just say that it would be an awesome opportunity if you ever had the time, just because your story is awesome. Like, it's like you know what I'm saying? It's just, it gives people
Very inspiring.
Yeah, it just gives people hope, and the kids need that these days because they don't have the music in the schools. They don't have the outlets. They don't have the, they think it takes a whole lot to do, a whole lot, but it just doesn't, and that's a true inspiration. So your story just, you kind of should tell that, you know what I'm saying, especially to the youth, because it gives inspiration, because you see your kids going to funerals, how many funerals these kids go to and things of that nature, and it's just it's a different turn of events for you to say, hey, I'm just from Temple Hills, dog. I made it. I made it.
Yeah.
So shout out to you for coming through and sharing that story, because I never heard it.
Thank
you. Know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you chose this platform to do that. We appreciate it.
I'm down to talk to the kids. What's up, Friendly? You just let me know, girl.
Patriots.
What's up?
You said it, so it's hard for me to come behind that. But what's so real about that is the children nowadays have so few inspirational stories to come behind, or somebody they can touch and say, wow, you really did that? You think I can do it?
Yeah.
You don't see that as much nowadays. And somebody, especially that have aspired and is still growing, to aspire the heights that some of these children believe and dream. It's really, because I felt like dropping a tear. Real talk, just listening to you tell that story about your parents, because I was in a broken home, and I was in a foster home, all of that, so when I hear those type of things, my foster home was like that, but they were not my parents.
Not for you.
You know what I'm saying? So when I hear what the inspiration that your mother and father and your siblings gave you, and everybody was on the same track, oh man, it makes me feel so good that we use this platform, GoWIN, the GoWIN radio show, as an aspiring type of platform, where we don't really, well, not really at all, we don't provoke any negativity at all, and if that's something you want, this is not the right platform for you to be tuned into. So your story exemplifies everything that we're trying to put out. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you still could be president.
I
How about
mean, I really don't want to follow this act that we have going on right now.
Right.
So I'm good on that.
Right.
But go vote.
But we don't want this particular act to be the lasting one in our memory.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
good on that, y'all.
exactly.
We want to look at it as a blip on the radar
Yeah,
screen.
when Mama broke that thing down to you, was like, nah.
Actually, never mind.
Yeah,
No thanks.
Okay. All right, okay, oh, never mind.
No thanks.
Any more?
No, that's it. That's it, man.
Well, I want to shout out to each and every one of you out there listening that voted today or that will be voting when you get the first opportunity. So thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't had the chance, we know it's ugly out there. As I spoke on earlier, take your time, make your way to the polls, and make a difference. Stop crying about what you see or perceive whatever to be, and make a difference. To you, it may not be nothing, but honestly, you got to understand, when they say every vote counts, they can't count it if you don't vote.
Right.
And I did want to, say something that Ari said when I was riding in, when I was listening. When I came in, I did hear you say, being in the go-go world, I appreciated the fixed band for welcoming you in and not judging.
Yeah.
Because you said when you came from the go-go and then you went to the fix, you like, damn, shit, I might not be as good as it made you question, because it was a challenge for you, so it made you question. So I appreciate, shout out to the fix for not judging her, making her feel bad about her training or what she has learned prior to, and just welcoming. A lot of the people in the go-go industry need to listen to that and walk that walk. Don't make people feel less than because they don't have the training that you have, or they didn't come from the band that you came from,
or because they're a girl,
we can do anything you can do, and sometimes better.
One last question, since you segue to that real quick. How has that been, being in a position that's usually, not even usually, 9 times out of 10 male dominated?
Yeah, I get questioned a lot. I actually lost the gig because it was a really big gig too. I was supposed to go on tour with Chris Brown that year too. So at the end of the year, when I got Coachella, the beginning of the year, I was supposed to go on tour with Chris Brown. I got called to do that, and something happened. It was different factors that contributed to me not being able to go 2 days before I was supposed to fly out. And one of the things was they didn't think that I'd be able to learn the music on time because we only had a week. Hey,
do you see who I just performed for?
Yeah, you don't think I'm going to learn the music on time. And it's like, if it was a dude, then they would just expect you to do that. And then even in go-go, sometimes, and I guess also because when I do a show, I'm out. I do my show, I play, and I'm gone. I don't
fraggle and all
I
that.
don't at the park.
Yeah.
I will sometimes because my band is with me.
Right.
But other than that, you won't see me hanging around because I did my job. You don't need to see me.
Right.
So I don't really know everybody as well as I need to. But it's like sometimes with the guys, it's kind of like they just have this brotherhood thing. I even went to a jam, and they were just putting emphasis on help your brother, check up on your brother, make sure your brother is okay. Like, well, what about your sister?
What about your sister?
It's girls in there
Especially,
too.
what about your sister?
Yeah, that's one of the ones you're supposed to be. Hey, y'all protect yourselves.
These Bamas, boy.
There's so much emphasis on brotherhood, but it's like, what about me? And it just feels like sometimes we're just forgotten about or taken as a joke or left out. Even when some of the guys found out I got the Chris Brown gig, it was kind of like, you got that?
How'd you get that?
Oh, congratulations. And then talking smack because they don't think that I deserved it.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like, don't do that. Just be happy for your sister. And if she's not doing something, help her out. The same way you would help your brother out, help her out. That's it.
Need anything be said more than that right there.
And then that's wrong.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
I'm going to make a t-shirt for that today. What about me?
Yeah.
Ooh, how about that?
Yeah.
Make me a T-shirt today.
What about us?
Oh, Nico.
Oh, that's your
I was
girl.
waiting for somebody to know. Where's it at? Where's that?
I know, Nico. But
Hey, look. Hey, don't get on me.
at least once
I'll
a
be
day.
trying.
That's all you can do.
Nothing beats a failure more than you gotta have to
You
try.
daggone right.
That's right. So,
daggone
but look, we getting ready to get up out of here. Like I said, make sure you get out there, vote, please, vote.
Yo, vote.
That's right. And this Thursday, have a young lady who's coming in, who's extremely talented, who has a big show coming up this weekend, and I'm talking about Silver Logan Shaw.
That's my musical mom. I love her.
Really?
I love Silver and Daryl. Those are my musical parents. Hey, y'all.
Wow. See how we get down?
I love them.
See how we get down?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to be also celebrating my main man, Baby Boy Jay's birthday. I'm waiting on him to let me know whether we got to do a night version of that. Because, when we're going to do it, we got to do it right for him.
I thought I saw my
You
name on
think?
that flyer.
You think?
Did I say my name
Just,
on that flyer?
I don't know. We need to check with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
you on the fly, girl.
I
On
want to fly, but I don't
Yes.
think I don't.
Ain't nobody hollering.
Ain't nobody said
It was
nothing.
crazy about it. They telling me about you, more about you than you hearing.
Ain't nobody
Yeah,
said
you know Miss
nothing.
Lady gonna be there. Yeah, I seen the flyer, bro. I'm promoting the flyer. I said, yeah, I know she's gonna be there. Or supposed to be there.
I'm just
So
waiting. I'm just waiting.
yeah, so yeah, and matter of fact, we will be there at that party. So
I was gonna be there anyways.
because if JY is playing. That's right. It is what it is. So, and I was mad when I found out you're gonna be performing with the 18.
Who knew? I didn't know.
I wanted you to perform with JY.
I mean, I don't
Sorry about that stomp, but that's what I wanted to see.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Still have not been
Yeah.
asked.
Hey, no.
Neither.
Let me tell you something. Hey, when Blackpool's up here Thursday, he wants his sister in the band. I gotta talk to Mo. I saw Mo Echo Stage. It wasn't the right time for that conversation. There was a lot going on in the PA booth.
I wasn't playing with them when Mo was there. I was playing with them.
I know when House was there.
When Yvette was there. First.
Well, Yvette, okay, yeah, the old J Mob, yeah.
Yvette told me Afro.
Yeah.
Yvette asked me to sing that song.
Really?
For Junkyard. You headed to the junk show.
Wow.
Yeah.
History right there. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to make this happen.
Yeah.
We got to make this happen.
Yvette did that, yeah.
We got to make this happen. Shout out to all of y'all watching right now. I see RB, you just chimed in. What's up, RB? Stomp Dog, you already know what it is. I know you know about this queen right here. So we getting ready to get up out of here. And like I said, Baby Boy Jay's birthday, Silver Logan Shop, Thursday. This is how we get down on GoWIN Radio Show,
Y'all
man.
keep it locked because we're going to, coming to D.C. Coming to America, coming to D.C.
That's right. Hey, look,
All right.
I'm looking forward to December now.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not going to tell y'all everything, but I'm looking for a singer, and I don't want him to be good because I need somebody to sing when I get out there.
She's your queen of D.
Oh,
I need
who was
somebody.
that? I think
need
LJ.
somebody.
LJ.
She said she don't need him to be good.
Don't be good.
Oh.
I don't. I need
But
that
no, he
raw.
sounds just like dude from Coming to America.
Ofa.
He-
I need the head nodding to all of that.
Let me tell you something.
And then come right back to it.
Yeah.
I was on a bus trip with Backyard. We was going down to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And LJ, who was singing with Backyard at the time, now he's currently he's singing for Atlantic Star for
Atlantic
quite a
Star,
while.
Yeah.
And he does that impression, like you close your eyes, you swear you watching a movie.
I need
He
the
has
whole
it
thing
down.
though. I need the movement, the head.
He
everything.
got it. I'm telling
But
you.
he-
He had us in
LJ
tears.
Boney.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
I said that. I'm telling you, he would have you crying.
I love it.
Crying. And what's worse about it, like he know everybody's line in the whole movie, so
Yes,
he'll
like
go
one of my
through
favorite
it.
Jones,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's off the chain with it. So shout out to my man LJ. He probably on tour somewhere, boy, getting that money.
Talent.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
mad.
gonna call shots fired and be like, man, listen, got a birthday party
Yeah,
for your tail.
We gonna get it.
He probably gonna be like, I just want to take pictures. This is my birthday. I
Ah,
want
man,
to
you gonna take pictures on your birthday?
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Look what he taking pictures for.
Oh, you talking about like that?
Yeah.
He gotta sit back. He gotta sit back. Get little shorty to take the pictures. Congo play for your band, your ex band.
Oh, D-Hop?
Yeah, D-Hop.
yeah,
That's his partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, let D-Hop handle that. Let my man, put his feet up for a minute. Yeah. So, my man Chris, he be working real hard. So we getting ready to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Oh man, I'm real late. Let me hurry up and get downstairs. Shout out to the shops at Iverson.
For your management meeting.
Yes,
your tenant
indeed.
meeting.
Yes, indeed. God bless. Y'all have a great, great day. Vote. 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 Vote.
I was waiting for Kid to come up here. I brought a tambourine just for her. And I ain't seen her all night.
Well, kid, hold it down, fly.
Hey, Nico, I saw you, so I felt the urge. You know I can't do nothing without this one right here, though. Special dedication going out to Go Radio